Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of High Vis Low Reg. Tonight, we'll be interviewing Staff Sergeant Jonathan Goad. He is an active duty member in the United States Marine Corps, and he's an explosive ordnance disposal. Tonight, we'll be talking about how he lap moved at EOD, what he did before, and how he likes being an explosive disposal technician. Without further ado, Staff Sergeant Jonathan Goad.
Here's my homie trying to be patriotic. Wanted to fight for Uncle Sam, so we dropped out of college. Looking back at his friends like, you're not gonna follow? Then you're not a real American, your heart is all hollow. He enlisted, and in a couple of months was trained. Jumped up on the plane with what Uncle pumped in his brain. Dehumanize the enemy, except you're there to set him free. That's an oxymoron, B, and that's why they're not sending me.
John, what's up, man?
Hey man, what's up?
Okay, so we're gonna kick this off, right? I just want you to introduce yourself.
Just my name, or what do you want to know?
Dude, just tell like what you do, right, in the military, in the Marine Corps. Just kind of again a little bit about like maybe let's just start with what you do currently, and then what you did before as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Um, my name's John Goad. I'm an active duty EOD technician, explosive ordnance disposal. Been doing that for the past 5 years, and before that, I was a tank mechanic. So I fixed a few Abrams tanks in my day.
Yeah, they're not running anymore. Just super unfortunate.
The Army's got them,
Yeah,
good for
you think
them.
they're actually gonna use them properly or what?
I mean, yeah, Army's the ground force, man. They're gonna hit whatever they can with tanks.
I guess I
That's their
told you.
job.
I told you about that time that one guy he went around telling everybody he was a tank mechanic, like he was a prior tank mechanic or whatever. And so he kept
Did
telling
you?
everybody, yeah,
What?
yeah. So okay, so we're in a mommy, right? And and this one kid wouldn't shut the fuck up about how he was a prior tank mechanic. He would just bring it up every fucking 5 seconds. So we made a bet: if he didn't bring it up for a whole week, we'd give him like $30. If he didn't, he had to pretend to be a tank around everybody, like the whole detachment. And so there's like majors, master sergeants there too. And dude, day 3, I'm showing him how to turn on the generator. And I say, hey, there's this fucking switch that you turn on. If you turn it on, the generator will run itself to the ground. It'll kill itself. It will just run. And he goes, oh, they had that in tanks. And I'm like, oh, cool. I just continued doing my thing. And I went, and I just look at him, start freaking out. I'm like, yes, bro. We built him a tank out of MRE boxes. And he just went around the fucking in front of everybody. I got a video of it, and in the last bit, the master sergeant and the major come up. They're like, "Staff sergeant, what's going on here?" And I'm
He's a
like,
tank.
"He's a tank." Uh, okay, yeah. So your first M was tank mechanic. Did you actually like that? Obviously, you didn't, but you lap moved. But did you like your time doing tank shit?
Yeah, man, I actually did enjoy doing that. It was
Mm-hmm.
challenging. However, the unit that I got attached to,
Mm-hmm.
um, their mission set just wasn't what I was hoping it would be. It's
Mm-hmm.
not what I wanted. Um, it was pretty much like a 9 to 5 with PT in the morning, third and fourth echelon maintenance.
Yeah.
Wasn't really my thing. I wasn't doing any recoveries, which was absolutely my favorite part of the job. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what kind of pushed me in the direction to leave it, man.
You didn't like the 9 to 5. Like, was there what did you want going in?
Um, I just wanted to not be at the shop 24/7. I wanted to go out and do so the unit I was with it fell under logistics. So
Yeah.
we didn't do a lot of the gunneries and field type stuff. We were just in the rear,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not really the place that I want to be. I don't think, in my opinion, that's where I'm helping anyone is
Yeah.
so far back.
Yeah. Not doing the real world shit is fucking gay. And especially being tanks, like recovery's a big part of like what you can do real world shit, even in training scenarios. What's a
Yeah,
recovery though?
because a recovery is when, well, let me back up.
Hmm.
So tank mechanics have their own vehicle.
Okay.
It's a recovery vehicle. It's pretty much like a tow truck or a wrecker for
Hmm.
tanks if something goes terribly wrong and they go down. So real world, what's happened in the past, a tank goes down, can't self-recover, can't be recovered by another tank. They call tank mechanics to come out in an M88A2 Hercules. And what they do is they come out, make repairs if they can. If not, then they just have to do a recovery and get that thing out of there.
Okay. So the 80, so you said the 88, M88?
Yeah, M88A2.
Okay. And was that the only Vic that they had, like y'all had?
For me and logistics, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it was the only recovery vehicle for the tanks. And if you were under division, obviously there were tanks everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones with the big old guns on them.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
like they had the whole first and second tank battalions. They had a bunch of tanks, a bunch of 88s. They were massive places, dude.
So why did you lap move? Why did so like you already said like why you lap moved because it wasn't what you wanted and what you kind of imagined. Do you get that now with EOD?
Do I get that it wasn't what I imagined?
No, like do you get what you were missing in tanks? Like being a tank mechanic, do you get that now in EOD?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I get a lot more fulfillment. I get a lot more enjoyment out of what I do. Pretty much filled all the holes that I was left with whenever I was a tank mechanic
Hmm.
because I just the biggest thing was obviously I've already touched on my unit. I wasn't really happy with their mission set and their off tempo was just like really slow.
Hmm.
That and it just seemed day in and day out that I had so much wasted potential, like I could be doing something far more important than
Yeah.
just waiting on parts and scrolling on my phone or doing whatever. Um, so yeah, man, I just get so much more fulfillment and enjoyment out of what I do now. I
Hmm.
get to do a lot of cool things. There's a lot of cool opportunities that I have.
Hmm. With lap moving, we'll go into kind of what you were talking about, like what you actually get to do in EOD. But like, how was it hard going lap moving into EOD?
It was, yeah, it was difficult, man. So probably the thing I had the most difficulty with was just waiting
Hmm.
because from the time that I decided that I wanted to leave my former community and move to another one, it took me about 2 years from going to the career planner and saying, "Hey, I want to explore my options and do something else." It was about 2 years until I got back to the fleet from that point.
So from career planner, does that like that includes like all the package going up and all that stuff, and then coming back down, and then, or is that just waiting for MOS school or for that lap move
Um,
school?
so we do, they screen for EOD, so you get a rigorous process done on you and you are, it's pretty much like a week-long job interview, man. So we do one a quarter. And you're waiting for that date to show up. You are stressing about whether I have all my prerequisites done before I show up, if they're gonna kick me out because I missed one small thing or not, and then you have to wait until the next quarter. So it's a lot of waiting.
Hmm.
Um, and then once you're done with the screening, you get the thumbs up, the recommendation to join the community. Then you're waiting to get cut orders to go do OJT on the job
Hmm.
training. Some people don't know what that means, but
Yeah, stupid
and then
acronyms.
yeah, and then once you start OJT, you have another list of things that you need to knock out before you even head to the school to learn remotely what your job is.
Okay.
And then the school itself is, you know, 8, 9 months, depending on when you go through or how many times you fail.
Hmm.
That could set you back quite a bit. And then, you know, graduation and then the leave you take before going to wherever you're going.
Yeah. Okay, so I know that school is hard because I've actually met a couple of guys who didn't make it to the school. Um, was there a point where you were like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna make this school"? Like at any point in there?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. So I was in the there's 8 divisions in the school. I was in the sixth out of
Hmm.
8, and it was my first double tap. Double tap meaning I failed the same test twice.
Mm,
So I got removed from my class that I'd been with for like 6.5 months at that point, and then
fuck.
moved into another class. And then the next time I took that same test is what they call a do or die. So you either pass or you go back to the fleet
Can
and
you
you're
s-
done at EOD school.
can you say what that test was?
Uh, yeah, it was CONUS IED scenario. There's a test for that in school.
Oh, okay. Just kind of like what it like. It's like a big what if game or like a what's the word, war game sort of thing.
Not really. It's not really a war game, because it's based in like a more permissive environment. CONUS,
Okay.
like a um Boston Marathon bombing or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that. Like you're just anything that someone would cook up in their garage from the U.S. trying to get back at someone for some wrong that they did to them or something. Jim Bob got mad that they fired him from the tire replacement store and now he filled a paint can with something and some wires and said, "Here you go, dude."
Or their three-letter agencies.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm
you.
not gonna I'm not gonna touch on that, but yeah. Yeah, man. So it's like, hey, this dude got upset and
Hmm.
filled the donut box full of a bomb and
Hmm.
and then is just waiting for someone to open the donut box so they get blown away.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's pretty much the picture that they paint for you. Like, hey, go take care of this problem.
Hmm.
And I mean, they teach you everything you need to know, and then you just have to go put it all together
Hmm.
and make the right decisions.
Is it a pass fail or is it like a grade?
It's a grade,
Uh huh.
but for that test specifically, there are hits that take so many points off that you won't pass if you violate those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So
like
it's.
you could do one thing and that fails you immediately.
I mean, that
Yeah.
checks out, dude. I mean, like that's one thing too. Is I've talked like because the guys I talk to, they don't, and other EOD techs that I've talked to, they don't like telling specifics about like the school specifically because they don't want people to be helped. And is that like
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. They call it academic dishonesty.
Okay.
They take that very seriously there because, if you cheat your way through a school like that to obtain the title to perform the job at hand, it's going to be a bad day because there's no cheating whenever it's just you and a device. It's like you need to know your stuff, you need to be on top of it. And
Yeah.
if you just cheated your way through school just to, get the badge or
Hmm.
to get some sort of clout that you believe that's attached to it, like that's not where you want to be whenever Jesus comes back, dude.
Yeah. And then unfortunately, I know with every community, you do have those guys that make it through that are just in for the clout. Like, do you see that a lot?
Um, Not a lot. I've seen it before
Hmm.
in a couple of dudes, but they're not bad at what they do.
Hmm.
They just they act a certain way. And I mean, I'm guilty of it too, man. Like
Hmm.
you pass one of the hardest schools out there in the
Yeah.
DoD, and then you obviously think that you're just it.
Hmm.
I struggle with that whenever I was a new guy. Many new guys do. I
Hmm.
don't really fault them for it. I did the same thing. I don't want to be hypocritical and be like, you shouldn't act like that whenever I know so well that I acted just like that. But, you know,
It's like going home on boot leave. You know what I mean? Like you can act the
yeah,
badass.
yeah,
You can act the badass like
yeah,
that. Because you went through a hard thing, even just Marine Corps, boot
yeah.
camp or any boot camp. You're part of the 1% or whatever, and you
My
can't fault
headphones
them
are done.
for being a boot, bro. What? So favorite story, most maybe either fucked up, um, embarrassing, whatever, from being an EOD tech.
Favorite story.
Yeah. What's
Um,
something that you're like when somebody's like, "Oh, what do you do in the Marine Corps?" You're like, "Oh, EOD tech," and you kind of like have that in the back of your head. You're like, "Bro, I'm gonna tell this one wild story."
um, Man, you really put me on the spot with that one. Let me think, dude. I've got a lot of really funny stories, but
Well, they didn't have to be a favorite, just a good one. Like you're at a
just a good
party.
one.
Yeah, you're at a party with all the nasty civilians, because we're obviously better than everybody who hasn't served.
Oh my God.
No,
Oh,
but yeah, you're telling them, and you're like, you want to say, "Hey, dude, like this is a crazy thing that happened to me."
um, man. So this isn't like a great heroic story. I just think it's funny just
Yeah.
because of how it went down. Uh, at the time for me was absolutely miserable.
Hmm.
Um, so we were on the range, in Okinawa,
Hmm.
and it's in the summer months, so it's like really hot outside.
Hell yeah.
So we do our first day of training, sun goes down, we start getting a little loose, we start, doing our thing, grilling some meats out on the range, typical EOD procedures. May or may not have been some adult beverages, can't say for sure, but
No,
no,
speculation.
never that. Yeah, I mean, prove it. But anyway, so so pretty much what happened was Adam, Adam.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Adam and I, Adam and I were on a range that was near his house.
Hmm.
So we were like, hey, we didn't bring enough meat for all the boys that are staying. We thought less people were going to stay overnight. So we went to his house and we got some like pork chops and steaks
Hmm.
that had been in there for I have no idea how. So red flag number one, um,
Oh no.
old meat, old meat for sure. And then so we go grab this frozen meat. We come back and we start thawing it out the best that we can, and we
Hmm.
start cooking. And so I'm just eating meat, drinking
Pause.
beverages, and hanging out. We're having a good time. Adam's throwing a concert for himself, listening to Zach Bryan and Tyler Childers and all them.
Probably with the
And
fattest lip too. He has like the fattest lip
yeah,
horseshoe in too.
yeah. He dips professionally. He does not do that casually. But so I eat all this meat. I'm stuffed. I'm good. I go to sleep. Everything's good.
Hmm.
I wake up the next day and, it hasn't fully hit me yet, but, about 20 minutes after I wake up, I realize that something is terribly wrong. First off, I may or may not be hungover.
Yeah.
Second off, I straight up got food poisoning, dude. So I don't know if the pork chop that I ate was undercooked or if that old meat was just too old for my poor little stomach to handle. So I wake up the next day, bro, and I am like on the verge of puking every time that I move. And
Oh.
I am like, I have the most horrible diarrhea ever. And, we ain't got no porta potties. We ain't got no bathroom, nothing. So I'm just like roughing it in the woods,
Oh
fighting for my life. I ended up crawling up under a Humvee, bro.
my.
the only place I could find shade, and I crawled up under that Humvee and I laid there
No, bro.
until my team got called to go train. And
Yeah.
then I would go train with them
Uh-huh.
and try so hard not to throw up or blow my pants out. And then I would go crawl back up under that Humvee and I
Oh,
would just lay there and think about not puking
oh no.
for 3 days.
Oh my
That
God.
range was 3 days long and I was so miserable, dude. But yeah, that is
Oh,
one thing that I will never forget. It was it was so miserable.
was that the
And
day that
now looking back,
uh-huh.
it's so funny.
Dude, fuck that. Wait, that wasn't the day that I brought y'all out Pedialyte, was it?
No, bro, that was whenever I was on the Mew, but everyone had, that's another one. So I was on ship and
Yeah.
this was my second float, dude.
Hmm.
Not that that's a lot. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
literally the 31st Mew. Like it's nothing crazy, but anyway, so I was on my second float. Everyone on the ship had double dragon. And if you don't know what double dragon is, it's where you're throwing up and you have explosive diarrhea at the same time.
Sounds like a fun
So
time, dude.
no. Well, luckily I've never had it,
Hmm.
but yeah, man, everyone on the ship had it. And then we did this raid, uh, training raid on a village and dude, people were dropping like crazy because everyone was dehydrated. They couldn't keep any fluids in.
Yeah.
So dudes were heat casing left and right. That's actually the first time I ever overheated too. It's like, it was
Oh,
in, what was that, like August?
yeah, dude, it had to
I think
have
it was the
been.
end of August,
It
wasn't it?
had to have, yeah, had to have been summer months, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It was the end of August. It was like super hot, super humid, typical Okinawa in August, but
Hmm.
we, dudes were dropping and I overheated, but like I didn't case because I just don't believe in that. It's against my religion. But um, I
The
make it.
case you'll have is in the fucking coroner's office, bitch.
Yeah, yeah,
I
something
mean
like
it.
that. But yeah, I didn't go down. I didn't get pulled aside. I didn't have to sit in the shade or get an ice blanket or anything.
Hmm.
But I certainly overheated because I wasn't nauseous. I didn't want to throw up. I was just like completely spent, very exhausted, and I started having diarrhea. And that's when I called you and I was like, dude, please bring me like 4 Pedialytes. And then my team leader at the time drank one and I drank three that night.
You drank
And
all. You drank three
I
of.
I drank 3 Pedialytes that
Oh
night.
my god, bro.
The next day I felt phenomenal.
Oh yeah, bro. We
Yeah,
were the
I
most
was
hydrated man on Okinawa.
had to have been that weather, man. Come on.
for it's like the cocaine bear, bro. For a split second, you were the
Dude,
apex predator.
dude, yeah. Until the next day whenever we had to do more stuff.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I almost ripped off my front bumper on that Subi because I as like you and I were bullshitting, and then we see like what fucking 5-7 tons coming up the road, and I was
Yeah,
blocking the one.
convoy came through and we were
Yeah.
standing in the middle of the road. Or no, you were parked at the gate, weren't
I
you?
dude, I was parked at
You
the gate.
didn't, yeah, because you
No.
didn't know that there was that pull off up there. So you
Yeah.
were parked at the gate and we saw
Hmm.
them headlights and I was like, see ya.
Yeah, dude, you were like we were like, bro, get out of here.
Yeah,
It's a good thing all of us look alike in that stupid ass fucking tree outfit.
yeah, man. Either way. I
Yeah.
mean, I was in frogs and crocs, so I wasn't completely invisible.
Yeah, bro, but all Motor T guys are fucking retarded, so they wouldn't have been able to know the difference.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think they really cared. They just wanted you to
No.
get out of the way.
Yeah. But I had a because it was like road and then ditch, and my Subaru is pretty low. I tried backing up,
Yeah.
going forward, and I tried to cut too much. And I was like, "Oh, dude, I just gotta get out of the way. I don't want to. I don't want to have to fucking. I don't have to explain myself here." And it went, and I'm like, "Oh,
Mm-mm.
yeah, it
That's
was bad.
tough, dude. That's tough.
Yeah, it was bad. Luckily, it stayed on. All right, so getting into a little more personal, right? Um, you are a single dad, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I am.
you've got a boy, right?
I do have
However,
a boy.
not a little Jackie boy. Uh, not married, right? And I know this
Nope.
is probably shared by a bunch of other service members and a bunch of other Marines, right? Just
Yeah.
kind of, is it hard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's hard. Um, yeah. It's been tough. Um, a bunch of different aspects has been tough.
yeah,
Like especially before I was getting BAH, I was in barracks.
mm-hmm,
Um, I was just like I felt like I was bumming it, bumming it
yeah,
at like, hey bro, got my kid with me. It's kind of raining outside. You mind if I come kick it with you for a little bit? We
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
He's
You
he's
did,
got pale skin. He can't stay at the park all day, kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
That was tough.
I'm gonna let you know, bro. I never once didn't want to see Jackson. there was not a
Yeah,
there was not a day where I was like, nah, dude, I don't want to see the fucking cutest little little boy in the world. Like, dude, fuck no.
dude. Yeah, he's a hoot, man, and he
Oh
just
yeah.
keeps getting funnier and funnier.
hmm Dude, when I was there last time, he just I don't remember what he said, but he just says the darndest things, and you're like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, he's got an active mind. His
hmm
brain function is very high for his
hmm
age. He's a smart kid.
hmm
Um, yeah, man, it's so funny to watch him progress. Like
Yeah.
even noticing his own personality before he could even talk, and now he can talk, and it's just so funny to see what goes through his mind, man.
hmm
It's good stuff.
Oh, dude, he had such a personality, even as a little baby, bro. Like he, he just, dude,
Yeah,
I just showed it this the other day. The when we gave him that ice,
yeah,
the carbonated, dude, when he was sipping it, he was just like, and
yeah.
we
He was
kept,
freaking out.
we kept giving it to him, and he just kept every time just
Yeah, but he wanted more. It was
he
weird,
wanted
man.
more.
Yeah.
That's, dude, if
Um,
that's personality right there. It was what he wasn't even two at that point.
Nah, dude, he was barely one, I think. That's when he
Yeah,
had
dude,
like super long hair. He had like a mullet or something
he did. He had the long hair. Yeah.
before his first haircut.
hmm Yeah, and then he kept just going after it, dude. He was like, maybe it's different this time, you know?
Yeah. No, I think he knew it to like it tasted good. It
Yeah.
just burned his mouth because it was carbonated. I actually gave him some carbonated water today and he said he liked it. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
There
he's
you
still a fan.
go. Started him off young.
Yeah, man.
What's the best part about being a dad?
Oh man. I mean, it's hard to put your finger on what's the best. Like there's
hmm
so many good aspects about it.
hmm
Just just getting to watch him grow up, dude. Like
hmm
he's getting to an age where he's like learning a lot about
Yeah.
like whatever is important to a 3-year-old, and like seeing how fast he learns. Like
hmm
this dude knows more dinosaurs than I've ever known in my life, and he's just like super smart, and like seeing how his mind works, seeing who he is as his own person
hmm
is very interesting, and yeah, it's a joy, dude, just
Yeah.
to see him become his own person week after week, day after day. Like it's that's probably what I would say is the best, is just seeing him develop, and just seeing who he is as a person already.
hmm That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. again, every time I see him, man, it's just like, he fucking grows so fast, and he gets
Dude,
bigger
he's a
and bigger.
big kid.
He's a big kid now. Because I mean, what I saw him what late last year, early no, it was early this year. It's a couple months ago.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
like what, March, February, something like that.
yeah. Yeah, February, March, something like that. But then, like, I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen videos of him recently, and I was like, dude, he's grown since then. Like,
yeah. He's huge, man.
yeah.
Especially for, his age.
Hmm.
He's already wearing like two ages above
Oh
clothes
yeah,
because he's long, dude. He's tall. Yeah, he's
dude.
a tall kid, dude.
He's gonna be taller than you.
I hope he is, dude. I hope he is.
He ain't gonna be a short king, bro. No,
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a short king. I'm a
no, no. I
inch
just give you
inch
shit.
above average king. I ain't I ain't 6 foot, unfortunately. Apparently that's important, but yeah, nah, dude. I hope he is. I hope he's a big, tall, healthy kid, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's all you want, man. If your kid, it's like the military, man. Like if you don't, and I think it's like the military where you want the next generation to be better than you, and so that's why you're always telling your kids in the military and the Marine Corps, just being like, hey, this is what I fucked up. Don't do that, right? And
Yeah,
if
your
you
your older brother dadding them.
exactly, and so like that whole next generation, as long as they're better than you, you've succeeded in that, like in the
Yeah.
military or in fatherhood. Did you see any like similarities of how you maybe not treated, but like some scenarios where you're like, oh, I've kind of run into this in the Marine Corps where I can kind of like use the problem solving skills that I've already done at like to the kid?
Not really, man. Like
Hmm.
something that I'm trying to avoid
Hmm.
personally is not allowing him to just be a kid, dude.
Hmm.
Like I'm gonna have a lot of time to make sure that he learns the lessons he needs to learn. But
Yeah.
something that I've seen before, just not letting a kid be a kid, man. And it's a downer, dude. Like
Yeah.
obviously if there's egregious stuff, you need to crack down on that and provide discipline and hard love whenever it's needed. But
Hmm.
you can't go too high with it, dude. You can't go
Yeah.
crazy on it. You just sometimes you just gotta laugh it off and just let a kid be a kid. And and sometimes they'll make their own mistakes and they'll learn
Yeah.
on their own. They're like, hey, I shouldn't do that. I'm
Hmm.
not going to do that again. That either hurt or that didn't feel good or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, just just making sure that kids can be kids, dude.
To clarify, I wasn't talking about you going around and blasting the kid like you did fucking
No,
sweeping,
no, I
doing
know, I know, I know.
45s on the
Yeah, yeah,
bed,
no,
brother.
no, no, man, no, no. I don't do that. That is not me.
No.
Um, but problem solving, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I will if if he struggles with something, I'll try to like push him in a direction to be able to figure out his own stuff for himself. He needs to learn
Yeah.
that eventually. But uh he gets it sometimes, sometimes he doesn't. We just help him out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Teach him some problem solving skills. Make sure I
Hmm.
don't do everything for him because it's not gonna be good in the end if I do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like those millionaire brat kids, like, oh, I just inherited all of daddy's money. I know that, dude. Don't get me
Nah,
started on
dude.
that shit. I know those people, bro, and it's not fun seeing them as kids, bro, because you just know what they're gonna turn into as adults. You know what I mean? Like you just you've met those people as adults, and you're like, God, I feel so bad for you, kid. Like I should adopt you so you don't turn into that, bro. Like I don't need
Yeah.
another person like that in society right now.
Yeah, man. But like once they're adults, it's too late, dude. Like
Yeah,
they're in their ways and they're doing their thing.
yeah. Yeah. So switch the topics a little bit.
Okay.
Overall Marine Corps experience, right? And do you would you have done anything different?
Nah, dude. Honestly, sometimes part of me wishes that I would have joined sooner, like
Hmm.
directly out of high school.
Yeah.
Um,
When did you join?
so I joined in early 2015
Hmm.
when I just turned 21. So I was
Okay.
a little late. I was a little late to the party.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's the only thing that I've thought about, continuously throughout my career
Hmm.
is, kind of hoping that I joined a little sooner. But had I done that, I don't know if things would have turned out as good as they have currently. So
Yeah.
I'm riding it how it is. I'm super thankful for everything that's happened throughout my career
Yeah.
because I ended up in a really good spot surrounded by a bunch of professionals and really good people. So I'm
Yeah.
stoked about that. So I can't regret anything that's
Hmm.
happened at all.
What would you say your highest point in your career was?
Um, highest point, man. I'd say probably my highest point was graduating EOD school.
Yeah.
100% was, um, I don't know. I just felt accomplished after that.
Hmm.
And then I just kept working and kept going from there and,
Hmm.
just exploiting every opportunity that I had at that
Hmm.
point. Um, just trying not to say no.
Yeah.
Just whatever you got, let me get it. And
Hmm.
let's learn some stuff and let's get trained up and be ready for whatever.
So I just read this, right? So it says Watchdog blasts VA for errors leading to $11 million in improper bonuses. Uh so
Oh.
highlight they basically found out that the VA, excuse me, the VA was giving that had they gave $11 million of bonuses to key executives at the VA, but over
Oh.
11.
Oops.
Yeah, right, dude.
Oh man, we paid ourselves. My bad, dude. It's just a clerical error. We'll fix it later. No big deal. Nothing to
Dude.
see here. Nothing to see here. Let me pull
Oh,
up this rug and just sweep all that up.
bro, bro. Meanwhile, fucking retired Lance Corporal who has two legs blown off only has 50% VA benefits.
Yeah, it
Oh,
don't look service related to me, bucko. You better figure it out.
IED, is that really like you could have been in Afghanistan for any number of reasons, and it's
Did
not
you
like.
ever think about being somewhere else?
Oh, dude, it's the VA
God.
basically saying skill issue, you know.
Yeah, they're like, you're not good at Minesweeper. Sorry, dude. Beat
Yeah,
it. Like,
they're also saying to everybody who could only get a certain percentage of VA disability, they're just like, dude, just come work for us, and we'll be part of the
yeah.
biggest Ponzi scheme ever. Not biggest, but big Ponzi scheme. You're small potatoes, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So
Oh
that
well.
that that really interested me. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah.
Goobers, man. Goobers.
Dude, it's wild.
All
All
right,
right.
back to business.
Yeah, back to business. Actually, you know what? Back legitimately, it's actually a serious time, right? Um, I do have like a pretty serious question because like a lot of people, a lot of people really kind of struggle with this. Especially kind of being young, even in the military too. They kind of get like lost when it comes to this kind of subject. Um, how do you get so many women? What's the John move, bro? Like what do you do, bro? What do you fucking buckaroo and
Oh my god, dude. Oh man. Are you serious right now? You
Yeah,
really
dude.
want to know?
What's the John Goad move, man? Like what are you saying? You
Uh,
know, like how do you talk to him?
dude, you just gotta be funny, dude.
Yeah.
Like say something off the wall that they've never heard before, and they're gonna absolutely cave.
Give me an off the wall shit, bro.
Also, Craigslist.
Craig's
They take payment. Yeah. I'm just kidding, bro. Nah,
Oh
dude.
man.
Like, just
No,
it,
give me an
you
example. Give
wouldn't
me an example, bro. Give me what
you
was the
wouldn't
last off the
believe
wall?
you wouldn't believe
Mm-hmm.
how it's actually not hard, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the sad reality is a lot of dudes are absolutely terrified
Mm-hmm.
to talk to women, dude. And
Mm-hmm.
it makes it easy for people who don't care.
So have a
So
certain
like,
level apathy.
yeah, dude, you just walk up to them like you fucking own everything that's ever been made. Like, hey, gorgeous, what's up? You're like, oh my god,
Oh my
it's
god.
weird.
Some
It's
I'm
weird how it's like the simple stuff works,
mm-hmm.
but the best way to get like a guarantee
Uh-huh.
is find a commonality and then exploit that until they cave.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Common
it's
ground.
easy. Yeah. I've done that so many times. I'm just like, what do we have in common? All
Mm-hmm.
right, break the ice, go. Done. Easy.
So okay, so like let me try it, right? Let me try it. Tell me how I do, right?
Okay.
I heard you like touching dicks. I touch mine every day.
My dude, you're gonna get pepper sprayed. And I'm not gonna blame anyone for doing it either. That was rough. But
Oh man.
I will say you've been married for a while, so you're clearly out of the game.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so out of the game, bro. Actually, you know what? All right. So here's the thing, though, about being out of the game so long and being attached to a woman so long. I feel like I have a unique insight into women.
No, you don't.
I don't. You know what?
No.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. I'd like to think I have a unique insight.
I don't know if you would get more of a unique insight from quality or if you would
Oh.
get a more unique insight from quantity. You know, I don't know, man. That would be a good study that I would like to see be
Yeah.
done. Um,
See, yeah, dude. Why are we wasting our money on peeling
yeah.
grapes? You know, and you've seen that one? They did surgery on a grape. Some fucking like yeah, dude, yes, dude. It exists. I'm gonna show you. Hold on,
What was the procedure?
dude.
Did they give this grape a BBL or did they like
This is the
give it
procedure.
a lip filler or like what are they doing? Is this plastic surgery? Is this like strain replacement, vein replacement? Like what are they doing?
Dude, so it's Da Vinci Surgical System surgery on a grape. Edward Hospital, Naperville, Illinois.
Said great, sick.
Said great. Dude, look at the fucking machine.
Is this like a is this proving precision?
I
That it's
guess
only cutting the skin and not damaging the actual like meat of the grape?
I guess so. There's nothing. They're not saying
Okay.
anything.
I mean, for testing, that would be good if you can just peel the skin off a grape and leave the meat untouched. Like that's impressive. But like,
Yeah.
why did this blow up?
Dude,
Like
it was
it's testing for, yeah, look, dude, it's literally testing for medical equipment. Who cares?
no, but dude, look at
Like
all of
who
the
is out here just like their algorithm is just medical equipment,
dude.
MRIs, whatever that thing is,
No, it wasn't even medical.
CAT scans.
It wasn't. It wasn't just like if that was your algorithm. It was just everybody was talking about it. It was like they did surgery on a grape.
Who cares?
I don't know, but that it's the internet, dude. You know how the
Oh,
algorithm
man.
works. Yeah. Okay, but back to serious topics, right?
Yep. All right.
You find these women on on Tinder in real life, like dating apps, like what's what's the percentage of finding these lovely women?
Um, I mean, it's like all the above, dude. Like, if you really want to maximize the people that you meet, you're gonna be doing both. Like, you can just
Hmm.
go with cold approach, like straight up, be direct, go up to someone that you see that you think you might like or whatever. Um, and then the alternative, like, do the swiping thing.
Hmm. All right, let me.
It's
All right,
like it's like even. It's
so
even between the two, like who I meet through
uh
just like personal interaction versus like an app. Like it's 50-50.
okay, so like what was is it like a bar? Let's is it the at a bar? Is that a thing for you?
I don't, you know me, dude. I don't really go to bars that much.
Yeah, but I mean,
Um,
you. Not. I'm not talking
and
about like clubs or anything.
also like bars. Like,
All right, all right. What
are
was
you are
the?
you sure you want to like start messing with? You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
You know how
Well,
I go.
the last woman you met IRL, right? I'm using kid terms, IRL in real
Yeah.
life, 'cause that's what the kids say these days. Um, the last woman you met in real life, where did you meet her?
The last woman that I met in real life.
Yeah, like that you obviously established that connection with. You know what I mean?
Um, that connection. Uh,
I was waiting for you to pick up on it.
oh, we connected, brother. You know, no, I'm just kidding, dude. Let's see.
Oh man.
I gotta, I gotta pick which. It's not gonna get me in trouble. Probably.
Well,
So
just tell me the social setting.
there's a
Don't tell me the person. Just tell me what
no.
social setting what it was.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get myself in trouble. Um, which one was more recent? Uh, no, we'll go with the other one. So the clinic where I go get my blood drawn to test my overall levels of like my hormones and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Was she drawing blood? Was she like a
Yeah.
person? Okay. So she's
Yeah.
drawing blood, right? All right. Let's run the scenario, right? I'm
Okay.
drawing the blood, right? Right. So I'm girl, right? Let's just call
Hmm.
her I don't know, Samantha. All right, I'm Samantha,
That
right?
was close, but hell yeah.
So let's say I'm Sally. I'm gonna keep going. No, I'm kidding. I'm Samantha, right? I'm
Yeah,
Samantha, right?
you are.
I'm about to draw your blood, right?
Okay.
Now, I walk in the door. Mr. Goad, I'm ready to take your blood. I'm doing the tape, right? Everything like that. Tell me your cold open, bro. How do you cold call? Come on.
dude, just have a conversation
No,
like a
no, no,
normal
no, no, no.
person. That's all.
What are you
That's all
talking?
that happened. That's
No,
all
no,
that
no.
happened.
What are you talking about? Huh? Did you say something, Mr. Goad?
Like literally, it's as easy as like, hey, like how's it going today? Like how you doing? Like blah blah blah, and then you just build from there. Like
Oh,
that's
it's going
you.
good. How are you?
There's no like flat line of things to say. You just have a conversation like they're a human being
How's it? How's it? Oh, it's
and
go.
relate to them somehow, and then you exploit it like I
You're not.
said earlier.
You're not. You're not. This is a scenario, all right? We're wargaming, picking up women who are taking our blood, all right? Roll
I'm
with me
not
here.
I'm not TDGing you this shit. I can tell you how it went down.
No, 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 no. I don't want to tell you how it went down, right? Because then
Oh
it'll get you in
God.
trouble. But this is new scenario. This is Samantha. This is, bro, redhead, right? She got tattoos. She looked like she downed a clown, all right? I'm taking the blood, right? Oh, I'm doing good, Mr. Goad. How was your day?
Bro, this is the possibly one of the dumbest things I've ever done.
Bro, look, there's nobody watching it right now, right? Because I have zero. This isn't out yet, right? But there will be at some point, because the internet is forever, a Lance Corporal who stumbles upon this podcast and is literally pulling out a Right in the Rain right now from his left breast pocket and taking fucking notes. All right, do it for that Lance Corporal. We both said that we're going to make the next generation better. This is you making it better. My day's pretty good, Mr. Goad. How's yours?
Uh, it's going fantastic. What are you looking forward to in the future? How's your life going?
Oh, me and my friends are actually gonna go this weekend to Lake Havasu. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna go drinking. Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. Ha 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 ha.
Are you like hooking up with high schoolers at Lake Havasu? Is that what it is?
Oh my gosh, I don't hook up with high schoolers. They're too young.
Oh
They're just
God.
young little boys. They don't know anything about the world.
Bro, this is not how shit goes, man. This is just like so not how shit goes at all, dude. A really important
Oh yeah,
part to this, whoever has their right in the rain out, I guess.
there you go.
Eye contact, dude. Stare her in her fucking soul.
Oh, eye contact. All right.
Yes, I'm telling you, do not take your fucking eyes off that girl's eyes.
All right.
Just
So,
stare her in her fucking soul and talk to her like you're a grown ass man and you're fucking in charge.
mm-hmm.
And if she fucking is about it, she'll cave. If not, then find someone else.
What's the success to failure ratio?
Well, obviously the apps are tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to be a good texter, you have to keep them engaged, do all this shit. But approaching, I'm at like 70-80%.
Damn. We salute
I
you.
but like the apps are different. I'd say I'm
Yeah.
at like 10. Like one every 10.
Mm-hmm. In real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One in every 10 I actually end up meeting.
Mm.
Not necessarily
Oh.
that we have conjugal visits together, just I end up meeting in person.
Oh. Okay. So you're
Yeah.
talking 80% that you swiped right actually text you, and then a
Matching.
matching that you
Not
match.
Yeah, not that I swiped on, just like after the match is made,
Mm-hmm.
we meet up after that.
10%
Like
of that.
one in every 10.
Okay. But each one of those women you've talked to. that of that 10%. So like 100% of all the
Yeah.
women you talk to, 10% of them actually meet you.
Yeah, I would say that's about accurate.
Okay, that's a dude. All right, so
And
I.
also, like, you got to think of it from a female perspective, dude. Like,
Mhm.
it's sketchy out here, dude. Like,
Oh yeah.
obviously, I try not to make people feel uncomfortable,
Hmm.
because I'm not like a freaking predator or like a weirdo or
Yeah.
anything. Um, but I could see how it would be very concerning for some females on those platforms, dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's like you're taking a big risk.
Yeah. There's some fucking weirdos out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do remember that, like, when I was single, right? There was a time. It was a very short time where I was single and actually mingling. But like when we go out down to Gas Lamp and everything, all the boys would just be so scared to like go up and talk to him. And I'm like, bro, like the worst they could do is shut you down, and then you just fucking move on. Like I remember one
Or
buddy.
you might get lucky and they'll spit in your face
Yeah, there you go, dude. That.
if you're into that. Hold up.
Hold on. Ah.
Nah, I'm a
Oh,
freak. Sorry. Keep going.
yeah. No. I remember my buddy Mario Cepeda. I hope I'm gonna send this to him specifically because I talked about him.
Send him a clip.
Yeah, exactly. Mario and I were down at Gas Lamp, and there's this one chick. It was at American. Was it Whiskey Girl? Yeah, it was Whiskey Girl at downtown San Diego. So in the
Okay.
Gas Lamp, and I'm like, bro, go up and talk to her. He goes, no, man, no, man. I'm like, bro, if she's gonna reject you, she's gonna reject you. But if she doesn't, you don't fucking know until you go talk to her. So I literally, he's like, no, man, no, I'm not gonna do it. And bro, I'm like, I think I was even dating Brit at the time, and I'm like, bro, just go talk. And I wasn't even like, I just went up and started like doing my stupid ass dance because I don't know how to fucking dance. I'm like, let's go, how's it going? She goes,
Yeah,
no.
dude.
I'm like, okay, goodbye, and I leave. And I'm like, dude, go fucking talk. Like
Yeah.
don't be a fucking weirdo. Just do something.
Yeah. If she doesn't want you, her friend probably will. So,
There you go. And then there's
dude,
the hot girl paradox
and
as well.
a lot of people are worried about linking up with like fours or fives, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fours or fives make the world go round, big dog. Get
Dude.
something out of it. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
if you really like I think the 1 through 10 scale is a
Mm-hmm.
little silly.
Yeah.
Um, you only need a 2 number scale.
Mm-hmm.
Would you or would you not? 0 being you would not.
Bro,
1 being you would.
okay, I was gonna say your Marine was showing because nothing of what you said of the number scale, would you or would you not? None of those are numbers, bud.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. Like, you know what I mean, dude.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
you see a girl
Mm-hmm.
and like, I don't care what anyone says, you're a dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking, would I or would I not?
Uh-huh.
So there's really only use for 2 numbers.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, you're hitting on the money, man. That was what I was when I was single. It was like, would you or rather not? And then what I didn't do though, because I was new at the dating game, I wouldn't know when to cut it off and cut my losses. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah, you
you
gotta know. You
yeah,
gotta know. That is important information,
yeah.
dude.
And
I'm telling you.
it's a learned skill though. There's no like handbook that says if they say XYZ cut off. You know what I mean? Like there are some things
Yeah,
that
nah,
are
you
like
have to learn
indicators.
that.
Yeah, like you just have to repetition.
Yeah. You live and you learn, man. Like
Yeah.
you gotta know when to cut someone loose, man, whenever they start hinting at the crazy side of themselves, because they have it.
Oh yeah.
Um, like you need to at least pull back.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
If not, just be like, hey, this isn't gonna work.
Hmm.
It was nice meeting you. Good
Hmm.
luck with everything, and
Yeah.
then never talk to them again, dude.
Yeah. but then like I know a lot of guys, and I was one of them, where you just felt like you sunk so much time into it. You're like, dude, I'm gonna try so hard, like you the hunt gets the better of you, and you're chasing down a fucking leopard or a cheetah when there's a fucking slow ass injured gazelle over here. You know what I mean?
No, I completely agree with you. I've myself been in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I put a lot of work into this. I don't want to walk away, kind of thing. Um, that is a absolute horrible mentality to have
Yeah.
because
What's
you're just gonna do more damage than good with that. Like it seems like a noble thing when it rolls off the tongue like that,
yeah.
but absolutely not, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If you find yourself saying, "I've put so much work into this, I can't quit now,"
Yeah.
in regards to a relationship of any kind, you're already past your welcome. You need
Yeah.
to cut that. You need to cut that 100%.
Well, that's they actually have a name for that. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. It's for gamblers. Like I think it originated with gamblers, but it was like,
Okay.
dude, I'm like $1,000 in debt. Like I already have $1,000, or I'm down $1,000, dude. Like I already have $1,000 in. I have to keep putting money until I get back my money. And so
Hmm.
it's like that's the sunk cost fallacy. And that could be translated in anything, not just getting women, right? And I guess we're going full circle with the Marine Corps. Like, dude, I got out after 9 years. Everybody was like, dude, you're halfway there. You know what I mean? Like you're you can get that retirement and get that money. And I'm like, bro, I I don't say I hated what I did. I did not like the environment that I was around. And I was like, bro, 11 years is a long fucking time. I'm 27 years old. That's like almost like not almost ish half of my life that I'm just going to dump into it so I can get a paycheck every month. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'd rather be happy. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to apply myself to this sunk cost fallacy just because I've put in all this time. Like I'm going to do what's right for me in the situation rather than I'm down $1,000. I'm just going to keep putting in. I'm down. Let's say I'm down $900. I'm not going to put another $1,100 into something that may not pay out in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%, dude. And like, good on you for getting out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Um, realizing that you kind of stopped loving what you were doing, and recognizing that it was time to leave it.
Yeah.
Some people kind of they they hinder themselves by sticking somewhere where they're not enjoying themselves anymore. They're not getting any fulfillment. They're
Yeah.
not probably not appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I really applaud and have the highest respect for people who get out of the military and go pursue other things
Yeah.
because it's it's a shock, it's a change, like it's a huge change from being around the boys constantly, hating life together, trauma bonding, doing all that, and then you're out and you're like, oh, this shit's gonna be sick, and it is sick until it's not.
Dude, just today, perfect example of what you're talking about, like not being with the boys. This weekend is UFC 302, and
Yeah.
there's a couple of fighters I want to watch. I hit up like a couple of guys that I know, like around here, but they're like like they're basically friends of my wife because she works with them or like whatever. And so like I met their
Right.
wives and I met them and I like them, right? But like one already said like, "Oh no, I got to go do something or whatever." Dude, if I was in, there would like and if I was in it and like any base, there would have been 12 people. You know what I mean? That would have been like, "Yeah, dude, go get fucked up at a B-dubs and watch two dudes beat the shit out of each other." Dude, say less. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
there always was.
There
At
always
the
was.
house, at the restaurants, everywhere, man. There was always dudes down to go.
Yeah.
And
Um
you get separated from that. Like
it's
it's tough, man.
it
It's
is
rough.
hard. But like Yeah, but you've got to, and it's hard, and I'm still in obviously in that transitional phase, so I'm still learning it, and I'm not going to sit here from a point of I've got it all figured out, but I can say from my experience, it is hard moving to that. But I've noticed too is, and even I saw this in the military, especially in my first 4 years. I don't know if it's similar with you, but I didn't have a clique. It's kind of high schooly, or what I imagine high schooly is, because homeschooled ass over here. But like clicky. If you don't have your clique, like you don't have that commonality with a couple of guys, it's kind of hard to go out and do things with them because they just kind of like, oh, I don't have anything in common with him, or whatever. But until you find that, at least my first 4 years, I just didn't have a lot of. Nah, I take that back. It was later in my first 4 years. It was like 3 years in. I had real boys at 3 years, but the
Yeah.
first three, it was just like there wasn't anybody who I could pick up, like call in the middle of the night, or call and say we're going to B Dubs, and they're like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that a similar experience with you, or did you have that like all throughout?
So whenever I showed up to the fleet initially, I had two dudes from my class that came with me.
Okay.
So we would typically run together, and then
Hmm.
we made some friends along the way that were also down dudes. So
Hmm.
I always had somebody around.
Hmm.
You know, yeah. There's always someone around.
Yeah.
I actually had that a lot more in my first enlistment than I've had in my second and third.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
As you get older, different people have different lives, man. Like whenever we were younger, we were all like young single dudes just doing our thing.
Hmm.
Now, once you get older, the peers that you have, they're gonna have families, they're gonna have interests that they take care of, their hobbies and everything are like things just don't align unless you
Yeah.
have the same hobbies as them, or if y'all are just like note for note on the same page.
Well, and yeah, like especially at our age. I mean, you're a little older. You hit 30, so I'm 27, but like similar-ish in age. Like our age group have kids now, like whether it be younger, sometimes they started later, they have kids. Me, you'd come over to our house, but me and my wife, like me and Britt, we're both I call single married, because we didn't have kids, so we still did some single person shit, but we still
Yeah.
weren't like, I couldn't go out bars or go out anywhere with you and be like, dude, let's go double date, or like let's go
Wingman
hook up
some
women,
chicks or whatever.
wingman some shits. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It
Yeah,
wasn't the
no, that
same.
that wasn't an option.
That wasn't an
Which is
option.
fine with me because
Yeah,
I'm not really, in case you couldn't tell, I'm not really fond of picking chicks up at bars
yeah,
because they're usually red flag city anyway, but
yeah.
whatever.
But you get what I'm saying though, is like you get to different echelons of your life, and especially when you get older, you got to find those people that do those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's harder. It's such a smaller group, and especially even in the Marine Corps, when you don't, and if you do progress normally, your peer group gets smaller and smaller. I mean, how many guys do you know that graduated boot camp with you? How many do you think of them actually reenlisted?
Not that many. There's a handful that I could name off the top of my head.
There you go. It's
And
like
there's also another handful that I could name that I know for sure got out.
exactly, and so you have your peer group, the people that are in the same, or at least the same, or the most similar situation of you that you're in. It just, that group gets smaller and smaller, and so especially when you start getting in the Marine, like staying longer in the Marine Corps, they say it all the time. It's lonely at the top. It kind of makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, as you go up, like different things happen.
Hmm.
Dudes get out, dudes move away, PCS, PCA, um, just anything you could think of, it happens. And
Yeah.
it it really takes away from the time you get to spend with the boys.
Exactly. Yeah. One last question because it kind of goes along with the theme, and this actually is a serious one. It's not like I was tricking you before. Um,
Okay.
so what is something that you do when you know you're kind of in a you're kind of in a bad spot, right? Mentally, headspace, it's not great, right? What's something that you do to kind of get yourself out of that headspace? Or what's something that maybe you change your perspective on? What do you do to get out of that bad headspace?
So first and foremost, dude, one thing that's always been like my go-to um for mental clarity, for stress relief is hitting the gym, getting
Mhm.
active, get the blood flowing, take your mind off of it, concentrate on your mind muscle connection and get a great workout in,
Mhm.
which also releases endorphins and
Mhm.
improves your mood.
Yeah.
Um, aside, if that doesn't do what it needs to do for me, I usually just research a similar topic or the exact topic of what's got me, in a rut or
Mhm.
in a bad spot in my mind. Um, and I'll either listen to someone who has shared that same mental space, whatever's causing that,
Mhm.
and just look it up, listen to see what they had to say about it. Understand that it's if you're in a bad spot, it ain't gonna last forever. Um, time will allow you to get over it, and you're not the only person that's ever been through that. Like everyone has their own lives. Everyone has been through something um, devastating in some capacity,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
so it helps to listen to someone who's been through the same thing or something similar that you have. That's usually how I go about it, or I just think about it, think about it logically,
Mhm.
think about it however I need to, come to conclusions, work it out within my own brain, and then think about something else. Call it a day. Because a lot of people don't realize you have a lot more control over your thoughts than you think you do.
Oh yeah.
Because you can allow yourself to rabbit hole into a topic and put yourself into an absolutely horrible spot mentally, or
Mhm.
you can own your own mind and you can think about something else.
Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, that's usually how I go about being in a tough mental space.
Mhm. Well, dude, I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate the conversation, dude. I love you, John. I always will. And it was great talking to you. Thank you for being the first person on High Vis Low Reg. Actually, the first person the second time, but
We won't talk about that.
we won't talk
That
about
was
that.
a that was a little bit of that was a rough one, but yeah, dude. I love you as
I love you
always.
too.
Have me back anytime you want. I'm here
Yep.
for you. Um, yeah, man.
All right. All right. Thanks, man. Love you.
Yeah, absolutely love you, dude. See ya.